in preparing for this, I decided to I learn. And I mean, you have this Saturn interlude. In preparing for this, I decided to I wanted to learn a little bit about Saturn. Here's a really interesting thing. Saturn has this thing called the Roche point. But the Roche point is different for every object that hits it, right? So
sure, yeah.
the Roche point is,
Let's hear.
at this point, at the Roche point, the front of the object, the gravity is so intense that pulls it apart from the back. So
Once you
No,
got to
it's
that part, I
fabulous.
forgot the first part. So
The rings?
start again?
This is how the rings
this is how
formed?
Saturn got its rings.
Oh, okay.
Any object that interacts with Saturn, okay, has its own Roche point where its gravity is so much lesser than Saturn's that the front of it starts to rip apart from the back of it.
Wow.
My
So
God.
if you were to hit the Roche point, the
I'm
front
part
of
of the
you
ring.
would rip off.
Wow. It's all
That
about
is
Saturn,
amazing.
actually.
Yeah.
So it's a collection of
So-
others, of what's once
Wow.
been.
So, well, it's this one, actually, it's not many other things. It's just one moon. And we're Baha'is, and so there's this body of writings called the Baha'i writings. There's like an analogy. You can compare a moon to a system of belief. So what happened to Saturn's moon was that it was ripped apart by its own gravity. And
Isn't that poetic?
I was thinking that if there's any validity to this idea of Saturn returns, is that a belief system of your own is being torn apart, but then it's being reorganized. Rather than a single point, it surrounds you entirely in totally new fashion and form.
That's
Wow.
stunning.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
You landed it.
I did land
landed
it.
the plane.
I landed it.
That was absolutely gorgeous.
Having gone through late 20s and 30 myself, I just feel like you've turned this period into a piece of art. You've actually, I hadn't even done it. You've made the rings. You've decorated yourself with this beautiful new gem, which is eternal sunshine, right?
Oh, thanks.
That's what I'm saying.
That is
Yeah.
so
That's what you
beautiful.
should say.
That's so
Use that for
Yeah,
your
thank
next
you.
episode.
I'm
Can
gonna
we actually
say that now.
just roll it back and you say all of that?